Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Pipes and this is Midwestern Motorbike. Now, before we get started, if you could please hit the like button and the subscribe button, that would be awesome. It's going to help this channel grow. I'm tiny. Hopefully it'll get big, but only if you hit like and subscribe. That really helps me out. So let's get to it. As you see, I'm back in my garage filming another video. Why? I still don't have my motorcycle back yet. It's almost been 1 whole month since my bike has been in my garage sitting right behind this camera. Now, it doesn't mean that there's anything majorly wrong with my motorcycle. It's just that I have an aftermarket warranty and the places that can fix it are small. They have lots of bikes to work, so it's a first come first serve. So my bike sits there for quite a long time before they can fix it. Now, I'm going to save all that for another video. I have a whole thing on my bike, what's been going on with it, whether or not it's coming back to this garage at all. But I've been filming some footage, getting some B-roll, ready for that video. Can't wait to tell you about it. It's been quite the saga. If you literally time the amount, if you time the amount I have been sitting on my bike riding it compared to the time it's been sitting at some garage waiting to be worked on or worked on, my bike has literally been in the shop more this summer than I've been able to ride it. Like I said, I have a full-time job. I can't really ride all the time. So when I can, I'm out there. Unfortunately, it's really been a loss of a summer. I missed homecoming in Milwaukee. I missed the opportunity to go to Sturgis. I missed Daytona Bike Week. I missed Tomahawk Fall Ride here in Wisconsin. I literally missed everything other than going on rides all myself, going to bike nights. I really lost out on this year. But like I said, I will get to that in my next video. Now in this video, I'm going to list the top 5 rides, the 5 places that I would like to go ride. All right, now these are bucket list rides. The reason why I say they're bucket list rides, because the situation I am in now, I work full time, I ride when I can. These are very long rides in very far away places from where I live, or too far away places, a long time to get there. So they're just on my bucket list of places I want to go ride. Now with that said, what I don't include, this fly is back. I got to figure out a way to get rid of them. Now what I don't cover is how I'm going to get to these places to start the ride. Some of them I can ride from here out there. Technically I could do that on all these rides, but to save time and money, I might actually have to either rent a bike once I get out there, trailer my bike or something, get my bike out there, and then fly out there, ride, all that stuff. It all depends on what's cost effective and how much time I actually have to go do these rides. But these are 5 rides that I would really like to go on at some point in the near future, hopefully, but at some point before I'm just done riding altogether. Unless this channel blows up and all I do is just film and ride, where I'm in the likes of Sandoval, 2-Lane Life, you know, and Thrash. Not to say that they don't work. I'm just saying that because of the content they film, it allows them to be able to just go and do a lot of riding, like her 2 wheels. You know, she has sponsors and stuff. Good for all them. I hope to be there someday. If it never happens, it never happens. But until then, I have to call these bucket list rides. So let's get to it. Now these aren't in any particular order, which ones I want to go to more than the other. They're just on my top 5 list. And the first one is the one in California. Yes, the one. Now I was in California for a brief moment, working up for my deployment to go over to Afghanistan. I was able to spend some time on Huntington Beach and in San Diego. I was able to ride on the one just a little bit in a vehicle, but because all of that, I've always wanted to go back to California as a visitor. Now going down the one, I've seen lots of videos of people going down the one, the scenic views, the shops, the restaurants, the hotels. I really think that would really be an awesome ride for me to go on, is the one. Going from Oregon or just Northern Cal all the way down to San Diego. Now as far as going back up or getting home, I really don't have that logistics worked out. This is just where I want to go ride and the ride I want to do. And that is the one. Number 2 on my list is Key West, Florida. Key West, Florida, pretty much starting from Pensacola in Florida and going all the way down, crossing into Jacksonville, and then riding the coastline all the way down Florida, all the way to the tip of Key West. Man, I would love to do this ride. I'm a huge fan of Florida. I have friends that live down in Florida. I've been there quite a few times. I don't really mind the heat because I don't live down there full time. So if I'm only down there for vacation, I could put up with it for vacation, for a ride. I would like to coincide doing that along with the Daytona Bike Week so I can kind of hit that up as I'm going all the way down to Key West. That is another ride I would love to go on. If you haven't been to Florida, obviously you know of Florida, you know what the views are, what the ocean views are, what the weather is like, the beach life, the nightlife, the seafood life down there. I'm a huge foodie and nothing makes me more happy than eating some fish tacos, specifically mahi-mahi tacos. I would love to do that. And I would love to ride that. That would be on my number 2 ride, would be from Pensacola through the Emerald Coast, all the way across Florida into Jacksonville, and then down the coast. So, like I said, that's the one I probably could ride from here in Wisconsin down there, potentially. But like I said, time, money, vacation time, all that stuff is going to play a factor. But these aren't really real scenarios for me right now. These are just a wish list. Because you have to understand, 95% of my riding is done right here in the state of Wisconsin. I haven't really been outside the state on my motorcycle, just a couple of times. Once I rode all the way around Lake Michigan, went down through Chicago, up and around into Michigan over the bridge, and then back down. And many, many years ago, I took the ferry from Milwaukee across Michigan to Muskegon, Michigan, and all the way down into Ohio when I went to Wetzelland in Ohio back in 2012. Other than that, other than kind of bopping in and out of the Illinois border, 95% of my riding is done right here in the state of Wisconsin. So I really would love to kind of spread out, hit those roads somewhere else in different parts of the country, more around the Midwest. But number 2 would be the Key West ride, as I would name it. Number 3, Sturgis, the Black Hills. Of course, never been there, would love to go there. Would like to do it non-rally and during the rally. I know you get a lot of mixed reviews on the videos I watch and people you talk to on the Sturgis rally. I just talked to a guy not that long ago, and he's like, I don't like going during the rally. It's violent, it's busy, it's rowdy, it's all kinds of things he called it. I don't know. I've never been out there. I could only imagine that if you go anywhere where there's a high flux of people for an event, obviously nightlife's going to be a little bit more cramped, a little bit more busy. Obviously there's going to be things that might happen. I'm down for all of that. I'm not a nightlife guy, so I know if I did go out to Sturgis, I might hit up a couple of places in the evening to eat, grab a drink, but most of the time, by the time really late comes, I'm going to be in bed anyway, because I'm probably going to be exhausted from riding all day. But yes, now this one I could go from where I live here in the Kenosha area of Wisconsin and ride all the way out, you know, through Minnesota into South Dakota and straight out. That one I could do from here. And that is one I'm hoping to go on next year, whether it's during the rally or not during the rally, because either or, there's plenty to see out there, there's plenty to do, there's plenty of riding. I've never done that before. I want to go out there, I want to see it, I want to experience it, whether I'm riding through rain or not rain or wind or high temps, it doesn't matter. I think I got him. I want to go do it. I really do. So that was number 3. Number 4 is the big one. The big one that I see all the time, that I've watched quite a few videos and quite a few riders do it. It looks like it's grueling. Sometimes it doesn't really look like it's that much fun, but it's kind of one of those things that as a rider, not a biker, just a rider, a motorcycle enthusiast who loves to pound the miles, put the miles behind you, get that odometer reading up, and that ride is the Alaskan Highway out of Seattle. I've never been to Seattle, so I would like to start there, get some food there, and then ride up and go up the Alaskan Highway and probably take that ferry from Anchorage all the way kind of right back down to Washington State. This one's going to be a big one. This is definitely a bucket list one, probably one that you might only get to do once in my situation, like I said. Looks like it takes quite a while. It's like, what, over 2,000 miles just from the Canadian border back up to the US border of Alaska. But I would love to do it. I would like to do some camping on this one, stay in hotels, obviously try all the food. I watched so many videos of van lifers. It almost kind of like feels like I've been there so many times, but unless you actually do it yourself, get that wind in your face on your own, it's really not the same. And I know that, but sometimes it's like, man, I don't know. I've seen so many people do it. It's like I've done it, but still I want to do it. I think that would be a great ride to do that. Number 5, and this is another one I can do right from my hometown, and that is Route 66. Yes. Now, I don't know if I want to do Route 66 all the way to Santa Monica Boulevard, or if I'm just gonna go out to Winslow, Arizona, and then head back. Would be a cool one is, when it comes to doing the one, is ride Route 66 all the way to Santa Monica Boulevard, and then take the one all the way up to Northern Cal. I mean, that would be one ginormous road trip. Man, those are some rocking miles to do that one, to go from Route 66 to Santa Monica, from Chicago to Santa Monica, and then up the coast of California. 2 different rides I would do, but if you could combine those somehow, I think that would be really cool. But definitely would love to do it. I want to be one of those guys that puts on miles for me. You know, I do this out of a hobby. I really like to do it. It gives me something to do. Makes me feel like I'm really not riding alone, that someone's there with me, which is the viewers of these videos if you're watching it. But to experience it on my own, to say I did it. Now, I mentioned this in one of my other videos. A content creator, you know, kind of said it best. When you have 50,000 miles or so on your vehicle, or more, you're like, whatever, you know, it's my vehicle. I'm gonna put on miles, gotta go to work, gotta go grocery shopping, whatever. But when you start out with very low mileage on your motorcycle, no matter what kind it is, then you put 50,000 miles on your motorcycle. It's different, because it's like, I did that. I was on that seat. I was in the saddle for 50,000 miles. However many years it may take, whether it's a year, 2, 3, or more, it's almost something to be celebrated, because it's a gift. You know, we don't live in a culture, or I don't live in a part of the United States where my motorcycle is my daily rider. Some people who may watch this, your motorcycle, you ride more than anything else. It gets you to where you need to go more than your own vehicle. I don't have that luxury, so to be able to put on that many miles on a motorcycle over a set amount of time is a gift, and it's a blessing. And I can't wait to do those things. Hopefully, as this video is going, I got, you know, the pictures and the views of the rides I'm talking about and the map. But I want to make a what do you call it? An honorary mention. Now, I think this one goes without saying. A lot of people have done it, and it's one that I can get to on my own, and I have family that live there, so it would make a pretty good trip if I could get down there. And that would be East Tennessee, North Carolina border. That's right, the Dragon's Tail, and everything around it. All the highways, the byways, the mountain passes, all of it. I would love to go down there and just spend a lot of quality time. Some of these rides, I understand, like, they're fun, but there's parts of the rides where it's just like, I just need to get this part done. I need to put in these miles today to get here so I can finish this ride. I kind of feel like that on a lot of these rides I've mentioned, but when it comes to East Tennessee, it would be one that I would really like to just take in. Maybe smaller rides, not smaller as in, like, you know, people, but like, you know, distances, where I'm not putting 500-600 miles in a day, where I can put in a solid 2 and be happy with it, wake up the next day and go do 2 over here and go 2 over there and hit up all the food joints, you know, and really take in that East Tennessee, West North Carolina, you know, Smoky Mountains atmosphere. That would be really cool to do. That would probably be most likely the first one I might do, just based because I have family down there. When you have family live somewhere, you got a place to stay. But yeah, so those are my top 5 rides on my bucket list that I really hope to do before I can no longer ride. And I'm even talking up to a trike, because if I can't keep the bike up on my own, on 2 wheels on my own, you better believe I'm going to go to a trike eventually. Some people like, if I can't ride on 2 wheels, I'm not riding at all. Well, that's you. That's not me. But yes, 5 rides I want to do. Those are it. Let me know in the comments the ones that you've done, if you've done any of those, how you liked it, the do's and don'ts maybe. Give me some feedback on what you would do or not do. Your rides that you would like to go on. I know I didn't really mention any of the Northeast, really, or anything south, like in Alabama, Kentucky. I don't really not familiar with any of those areas. It's just that these areas that I mentioned, other than the Alaskan Highway, I've pretty much been to via vacation or in a car. But those would be the rides I want. But if there are other rides that you suggest I should try, or states I should go to specifically for a good stretch, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Like I said before, like and subscribe. Go back and watch the other videos. It will help the channel. It helps me out, lets me know that what I'm doing is good and doing is right. It helps me just kind of come up with more creative ideas. Like I said, hopefully before the snow flies here in Wisconsin, I will have a motorcycle back so I can at least do a few more videos on the scoot. Otherwise, I'll just be right back here, home base in the garage with this fly that's going to plague me until I figure out how to get rid of it. But all right, I don't know how long this video will end up being, or if I'm going to add anything to it at the end, but hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully I brought some value to your day. Hopefully I kept you engaged. Again, thank you for everything. Thank you for watching. And I will see you guys on the next one. Godspeed.